Hey everyone, welcome back to Psychonauts. On the last episode of the Milkman Conspiracy, we made our way to the post office at the end of the road. But security looks pretty tight. They've got a keypad there, and I don't know the combination. Well, I wonder if I can just figure it out. Let's take a guess. Something nice and simple. Uh-oh, better get away.
Hey, I'm just gonna walk through, okay?
Stop. This is a restricted area.
As usual, I can't cross the yellow lines, but let's look through his eyes as he enters the combination to get back in. Yep, it's just that simple. It was 2, 1, 3, no. I'll just make sure I got this right. Doesn't hurt to refresh your memory. 2, 1, 3, 7. So let's make sure I'm hitting the right buttons this time. And we're in.
Suitcase tag. That's what I need here.
Now, I know I usually have the suitcase tag by the time I get here the first time. I've missed some stuff, but for now, let's break down this cobweb and head into the bathroom where we'll probably find a plunger. If we can find our way around at all.
I don't want to hurt the cameras. They're my only chance of seeing how to get through this basement.
Yeah, let's look at what the cameras see. They've got infrared vision, so they can see in the dark, and while they can't see us for some reason, we can at least track our footprints and see all the junk around the room. It's not really all that complicated to get to the far end. And there's our plunger.
I work in the sewers.
Don't think we can do anything with the toilet, and there are no figments or anything down here, so let's just get back out. Which is kind of difficult because it's got the alone-in-the-dark style camera changes that really throw you off and leave you confused about what direction you're moving. Staying away from the walls is probably the best way to go. So now we've got the plunger, we can get through the sewer, and we've been dragged to hell. You might recognize this creature. We saw some of these in Mia's mind. And we're gonna need telekinesis to deal with it. So if you don't have it at this point, I believe the game will tell you that you need it before you enter Boyd's mind. It attacks by thrusting its hands into the ground and smacking you with them. And the easiest way to deal with it, assuming you've got enough ammo, is just to hit it from a distance. If you run out of ammo, it is possible to punch it to death, but you'll have to get close, and then this happens. Yeah, you don't want to confront nightmares up close. You want to keep as far away as you can. When it goes underground, shield. Seems to me like most people forget about the shield once they're finished with Lungfishopolis. I use it all the time. It's great. And once you've managed to deplete all its HP, it spits out a bunch of bombs, and if you don't throw one into its mouth quickly enough, its HP will fill up again, and you'll have to start all over. Don't do that. And I believe it'll also restore a lost astral projection layer if you've lost one. I think I'm full up at the moment. So we won't have to deal with that guy when we pass by again. I will want to put my levitation back on. Not of much use when dealing with nightmares, but great for getting around twisty, long streets. And I can get into this house now. I've got a watering can.
I'm watering.
Me too. Perhaps we can swap watering tips. That is a fine watering can. May I ask how much you paid for it?
And they got a sandbox in the backyard. I always thought it would be kind of interesting if the sandboxes in this level were filled with quicksand or something, but I guess that would go against the whole normal neighborhood aesthetic.
Me too. Perhaps we can swap watering tips.
Anyway, in here we get another disguise item. It's a rolling pin, and we haven't even seen any spies with rolling pins. Well, we'll just need to hang on to it. And after collecting this figment, always remember to put the watering can back in your hand before you leave, or you'll get caught.
That is a fine watering can. May I ask how much you paid for it?
I'm watering.
That is a fine vocation. You should practice it near some flowers.
I am making a pie.
I hope it is rhubarb pie, because that is my favorite. I am a sad widow.
Now, around back of the cemetery, there was a piece of baggage, the duffel bag. I didn't have the tag for it before, but I've got it now, so let's take care of it while I'm here. And now back around to the front. Because I definitely missed a disguise item in the trunk of that car. I'm gonna have to go get it. And it's probably easier to do that before I go through the sewer.
Hey, looks like you're overheating. Why don't you come out so I can give you this water for your engine? I work in the sewers. Hey, you in the car. Free plunger. Gotta come out to get it. I am making a pie. All right? Come out of the car right now or I will roll this all over your hood.
And we finally get the hedge trimmers, which we can't use on the car because I've opened the trunk. Oh well, at some point I may find a car with a closed trunk and then I'll be able to show you what he says for the hedge trimmers. Until then, we can finally get into this house.
I am glad you are here to help me trim these hedges.
I like to trim hedges.
It is a good day for that activity. Can you hear me? Please join me.
And it's only while you're in here I think you'll hear this guy's idle dialogue.
They help me maintain my hedge.
It's kind of annoying. I like the idle dialogue for the spies in here.
I take frequent breaks to avoid carpal tunnel syndrome.
And there's the guy with the rolling pin. And some baggage, and lots of figments.
Pies come in many flavors.
So let's grab my rolling pin.
I may threaten him with this rolling pin, though we still love each other very much.
I work in the sewer. I work in the sewers.
Gross. What a terrible job that must be. I would never let you date my daughter.
I am making
Pies
a pie.
are delicious. Hello. Welcome to my house. Please stay and make pie. My stories are about to come on.
I am making a pie.
I hope you are not trying to steal my husband, tramp.
Well, that was excessive. And once again, we need to grab the hedge trimmers before we
Should be
leave.
rolled outward from the center. I am glad you are here to help me trim these hedges.
Yeah, you'll be caught instantly if you leave the house carrying the wrong thing. But with extra ammo capacity, I think we've now got everything that we can use from here, so let's go through the sewer. Still missing 4 figments in a vault. I know there are some figments in an area I haven't been to yet.
It must be performed by someone. I met you at the union meeting.
There is also one piece of baggage that I haven't fit the tag to yet. So we'll come over here, handle that. And now, back to the sewer. where we'll finally get to explore a new area. Although, honestly, this big one is pretty much all you really need. The Figment Completionist's Nightmare, as I've said before.
The sewer carries human. Hello, sewer worker. I think I met you at the union meeting.
I work in the sewers.
As do I. We must stick together against those who would judge us.
Yeah, you go on playing that plunger.
They got Freddy. Poor Freddy. He was such a good secret agent. I mean, assassin. Who is shooting at us?
Hey, I'm just gonna walk through, okay?
Ha ha. Do you not realize that we are deadly assassins? Are you not afraid?
I work in the
This is my
sewers.
gun.
Well, I do have a disguise item I can use to get past these guys, but I want to see what they see when I'm carrying
Assassin.
all the different items. I haven't looked at a lot of them. So that's
like to
Raz
shoot
the
people.
plumber.
I am making a pie.
Motivations are clear only to myself.
Kind of a housewife with a rolling
I trim
pin.
hedges.
Sometimes
Bald guy trimming hedges. And what is the other one that I haven't used yet? Oh, the watering can.
I do not kill out of passion. But
Alright,
fun.
so that's what I look like in all my different disguises.
Fake. I'm worried the other assassins are gonna make fun of me.
Watch out, fellow assassin. There seems to be someone shooting at us from that tower.
Yeah, this area, the disguise item isn't quite enough. We also have to protect ourselves from the sniper.
Watch out, fellow assassin. There.
It's fake. I'm worried the other assassins are gonna make fun of me.
Shh. Don't broadcast that fact. They look real.
So we can make our way over there, and I'm pretty sure there's absolutely no way to do it without using the shield.
My motivations are clear only to myself.
But since I have the shield, that's not a problem. And of course, I gotta check around the back of the building before we go in the front door. There's the steamer trunk! And I think there's just the one piece of baggage left, and we haven't found the tag for it yet. Got one more cobweb.
Got it.
And we've made it to the book depository. Look at all those books. Books, books, books. I love books. Almost as much as Flux Wildly.
Freeze! Don't come any closer. I'll never tell you the location of the Milkman. Never!
Okay, let's all just settle down and talk.
Ah!
Where is the milkman? Who is the milkman? What is the mission of the milkman?
Come closer. And I'll tell you.
Glad I never bought any of those. The view from up here is pretty good, but I still can't see enough. I need a way to get even higher. Like super high. As if I were flying. I know! Maybe I could find some stilts.
I have a feeling stilts aren't gonna work here.
Hey, can I come in and look around? I want to see the view from your helicopter.
If only we had a way to see the
Stop,
view from
helicopter.
another
Land
perspective.
and let me in. I want to see the view from up there, please.
Well, maybe we can threaten them.
It's fake. Hey, you in the helicopter. I've got a... Oh, they don't care.
Wonder if they'll react to anything else.
Hey, you in the helicopter. I've got a...
Nah, doesn't look like
Oh,
it.
they don't care.
So obviously what we need to do is use the helicopter helmet
Land and let me in. I wanna see the
and
view
use
from up there,
clairvoyance
please.
on it to get the helicopter's perspective.
Hey, you in the helicopter. I've got a... Oh, they don't care.
I am a helicopter pilot. I like to fly helicopters. We are looking for the milkman. We don't know where he is. Helicopters can go up and down.
Man, these guys are dumb. Hey, wait. What's that? I'll bet that's him. The Milkman.
Helicopters move sideways too, but not as fast as planes.
He's on that remote island over there. What the heck is that sound?
It looks like the phone's ringing.
Hello?
Who is the Milkman?
Boyd, is this you? I think I found the Milkman.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Who is this?
Okay, from now on, your name isn't Boyd. It's Royd, because you're such a big pain in my butt.
If you see a lady tossing her cookies, run away.
A highly uninformative call, I think, but we're left holding the receiver. And that's another useful disguise item, although we'll need the gun first.
Phone repairer. It's fake.
I'll have to get to the far side of this area and then see what the assassins see me as when I'm holding the phone receiver.
I am in charge of assassinating important figures.
I am a skilled phone repairer.
My gun is clean. I am found on rooftops, in clock towers, and book deposits.
Well, we've already seen this fight, and there's absolutely no difference the second time. I decided to give Pyrokinesis a try, just in case, but it doesn't work. It's gotta be marksmanship or the fist. It's not a great fight. I don't mind doing it once, but I kinda wish they didn't make you do it twice. I really don't think that adds anything to the game.
I am a skilled phone
Hello.
repairer.
Come work on the phone lines with us.
I am a skilled phone repairer.
Glad to have you here on the job.
And using the phone allows us to climb the phone poles and ride those wires to the far side. Of course, there are 2 wires, so I'm going to cross the gap twice, once on each wire, and grab all the figments. As you'd expect on telephone wires, they're all birds, but they've also got cameras and satellite dishes on them. It reminds me of a friend who I used to play Shadowrun with who was known for pulling out a 6-foot satellite dish in the middle of a crowded park because he had out-of-character knowledge that indicated there was something worth scanning for. We made fun of him a lot after that. Anyway, there's just one house on this big island. And there are a bunch of very well-hidden figments here. That one's some kind of craft item. As I understand it, and you'll understand it too shortly, it's called a God's Eye. I never made anything like that when I was in camp. But I was never in any kind of scout program. Never made it into the Boy Scouts, and for probably obvious reasons, I was never in the Girl Scouts either. I'm not sure if I could have gone for all the cookie selling. You know, we did school fundraisers where we had to sell chocolate bars. And it was pretty much just a matter of convincing our parents to buy as many of them as we could, and then eating them at some point. Or giving them away, or reselling them. I think the whole point was just buy enough to get one of those cool rewards from the catalog. We just knew it would make all of our friends jealous. If we had friends. Now for this one, you don't actually need to equip the plunger before you go into the sewer, because it just pops you out outside the barrier. But it's not a bad idea. Of course, we need to come back here because there was one more area with a phone repairer in it. And now the trunk is closed, so I can use the last of my items on it.
I'm gonna take these hedge clippers and scratch the heck out of that car if you don't show your faces right now. Stop, helicopter! Land and let me in. I want to see the view from up there, please.
Nah, the helmet doesn't do anything. But the phone will. Yeah, if I can find it.
I am a skilled phone repairer. Excuse me, you in the car? Phone's for you. Why don't you come out and get it?
Yeah, whoever's in there isn't interested in anything I've
I'm a
got.
skilled phone repairer.
That's nice. Creep.
Yeah, I feel a lot less sorry for the rainbow squirts knowing that they're opposing the spies.
Come work on the phone lines with us.
I mean, obviously there's some kind of two-sided conflict going on here. Maybe Boyd isn't as crazy as I thought for being a conspiracy theorist. I mean, there is a conspiracy inside his own mind. And here are the last couple of figments in this area. Plus an extra astral projection layer. Always nice. And the well-hidden vault for this area. And a giant sandbox. So it looks like Coach Oleander put some kind of hypnotism on Boyd, and appointed him as the guard for the asylum. Well, we've already seen how that turned out. He refuses to let anybody in who can't get the key from the Milkman. And the Milkman is only inside his own mind, apparently. So let's very carefully make our way back across the other wire. Whoa, I've never done that before. I have also never done that before. And it inconveniently puts us back on the far side of the wire, so I gotta ride back, but I'm gonna take the left wire this time. That should put me in a safe spot. But the takeaway from this whole thing is that the coach has given some kind of subliminal instructions to Boyd, and we kind of have to figure out what those are. Meanwhile, the last luggage tag was over there. I'll deal with that on my way back to the sewer, but I've got a lot more items to show Boyd.
Hello, fellow road crew worker. Welcome to the road crew. I cannot
I
wait
am a
until the
skilled
next
phone
payday.
repairer. I am a skilled phone repairer.
Yes, you should be over there, working on the phone lines.
Stop, helicopter! Land and let me in. I want to see the view from up there, please.
Yeah, the helicopter helmet isn't useful for anything I can see other than the clairvoyance. Kinda wonder whether it would be useful in this screen, because there's still helicopters flying around. Maybe I'll check it out sometime.
Who are the puppet masters of, Big Oil?
Well, let's show them the other stuff I found.
No, I don't trust pies. The dairy industry
I am
in
a skilled
conjunction.
phone. Hey, phone's for you.
Get that away from me! I never talk on the phone. That's how they get your location.
But he called me.
I like to trim
national-
hedges. Hey, I found the Milkman.
Big deal. I knew where he was the whole time. Getting past the redhead. That's the problem.
Hey, I found...
Yeah, some items he has no reaction for.
Look what I found.
It may be bugged. The squirrel!
Look at this plunger I found in the basement of the post office.
Yeah, that's the exact model they used to kill the ambassador with in '63. The
I think that's about it.
squirrels!
Do you have a real one of these? Like the kind that shoots bullets?
Yeah, I already showed him the gun before.
Get it off me! Black Death. Those Bermuda Triangle
Alright,
sharks.
I think that's all the reactions he's got.
Though I often smell like excrement, I deserve your respect because I provide a valuable service.
And there's the last piece of baggage. So that's everything, except for actually completing the plot. All the baggage, all the vaults, all the figments, and all the
Look in the
cobwebs.
sewers.
So technically we don't even have to come back here again. I will, but we don't have to.
I am a skilled phone repairer.
Oops.
I am a skilled phone repairer.
Come work on
So
the
now
phone
we
line
just
with
have
us.
to go inside that house where the milkman is being held. And I would say that all will become clear, but I really don't know how true that is. I mean, how much clarity can you expect to find in the mind of someone who actually is insane? Especially in a world as weird as this one. Anyway, make sure you jump over the electric things if you're playing along at home. If you hit one, you'll take some damage, and then you'll fall to your death.
Coming! Ah!
Oh, it appears she wasn't happy to see me.
Be right there!
I'll hide.
Better not be that creepy guy again. Who is it? Hello? Ah!
Well, even if I wait for her to come out, she closes the door faster than I can get to it.
Just a minute!
And there are a couple of different ways to get into the house.
Who is it?
The easy way involves using invisibility to sneak past, but I don't think you need to do that.
Just a minute! Gosh, I sure hope someone is there this time. Who
I
is
think
it?
if you use telekinesis to grab her,
Hello?
you can somehow sneak past. But I think I need to be a bit closer to do that.
Gosh, I sure hope someone is there this time. Who is it? Hello? Let me down or I'll scream for the police!
And now, as soon as I put her down, she runs right for the door.
It better not be that creepy guy again. Who is it?
I know this is possible.
Can't get a good grip.
Hello? Let me down or I'll scream for the police!
But I can't seem to pull it off. So, I'll just do it the easy way, and if I figure out another way to do it, I'll show you in a bonus video.
Creepy guy again. Who is it? Hello?
Aha!
Oh, hello there. Have you come to pay for your rainbow treats? We knew you would. Won't you join us in our Rainbow Squirt Pledge of Purpose?
To promote niceness, to make the world prettier, to share candy with everyone, to obfuscate the true nature of the milkman, to protect the milkman at all costs.
You rot in here!
To destroy all who would harm the milk or threaten to reveal his secret objective.
Go, girls! Protect the milk! Do not follow! The milk is not ready, and you are not ready for the milk! I told you not to follow. Now you must die!
But
That is the way of the Rainbow Squirts!
It's worth pointing out that we haven't seen any sensors in Boyd's mind until that final scene. But I'm getting attacked here, so I need to get the shield ready, and while it is possible to use the Psy Blast to attack her, that runs out of ammo, and I just usually use Telekinesis to throw the exploding cookie boxes back at her. It's tricky, but it works. Eventually. You just can't get too close or they'll explode as soon as you pick them up.
No milk for you! God's eye!
Yeah, she's throwing God's eyes at me like shuriken.
Treats for you!
You don't need to use the shield to block them, but it's probably easier than dodging most of the time. Long as you can get it up in time.
God's eye!
And you really don't want to throw the boxes straight at her because she'll usually hit them with God's eyes before they can hit her. You want to throw them at her feet.
Die!
And yeah, I'm sorry, low health noise, but
Boxes for
I don't want to waste a Dream Fluff early. You know, take that last hit first.
enough! It's time for me to pluck out your eyes!
ha! You can't. That is the purpose of the goggles.
Fine, then I'll do this. Hope you can see in the dark. Because I can!
And that's a clue. We need to see through her eyes, and the God's Eye that she dropped will help us do that. We just need to use Clairvoyance on it, which is why I equipped that from the very beginning. It's an interesting perspective to conduct the fight in, and again, it's not required that you do this, but it makes it a lot easier, I think. Especially if you're trying to use marksmanship, because you can't really target her if you can't see her. And those God's Eyes come pretty quickly, so you've got to be fast on your shield button.
Milk for you!
This usually isn't as long as I make it, I think. I'm just not doing very well. And it's kind of hard to see what you're doing with the clairvoyance perspective. Telekinesis is not the most user-friendly ability. I'd say if there's one thing that they improve in Psychonauts 2, if they ever were to make it, I think the controls for Telekinesis would be a great place to start. And sometimes the clairvoyance just stops, and I don't know why.
No milk for you!
Yeah, I guess if you do run out of ammo, these cookie boxes drop an awful lot of it.
No milk
So,
for you!
there's really no reason not to Psy Blast her. But I'm gonna do it this way because I'm almost done and I'm that stubborn.
No milk for you!
Don't tell me I'm gonna have to use another Dream Fluff. I think I've only got one left because I accidentally used one in the last video.
This box is free!
The timing is the most annoying part. You gotta hit her with the cookies while she's not throwing something else at you.
What have you done? He wakes!
I am the milkman. My milk is delicious.
And the sea shall run white with his rage.
I am the milkman. My milk is delicious. Special delivery today. I am the milkman. My milk is delicious.
Boyd? Are you okay?
Time for the final delivery to this address.
Hey, is that milk regular kind? Or the exploding dream kind?
It's fortified with what the world wants. What the world deserves.
Are you sure you don't want to just talk about this, Boyd?
Yep, Boyd was the milkman the whole time, in case anybody thought anything else. And now that the gates are open, we can go in and explore the asylum, which we'll do in the next episode.